restaurant.
Sequence, you a vinegar guy?
Never, dude.
I like fair fries with vinegar.
Fair fries, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Every now and
It
then.
amazes me how you like vinegar, but how do you not like booch then, man? Because
Every now and then, dude, the restaurant would just ripen up with vinegar, and it's like, oh, there's one of those people in here.
Exactly. They don't come in often.
Like, don't come in often. It's like once every 6 months, dude. The whole
Jesus.
restaurant ripens up, dude. It's like, whoa.
Cleaning some windows out there? What the fuck?
Like just one little packet of vinegar is in the corner of a fucking 3,000 square foot building. Just fucking can just annihilate the whole thing. Hey, I'm not dogging on anybody's preferences. It's good for you. Feel free to use that. It's way better for you than ketchup is, I'm sure.
I use it to clean. I have a bearded dragon. I use like a vinegar solution to clean her cage. So the house is
yeah,
like
the house,
vinegar.
yeah.
Vinegar's great for cleaning your windows. It's way better to clean your windows. It's way more environmentally conscious than that
do a
Windex
shot of vinegar.
I agree with you. And funny enough, Windex now has a vinegar
version.
Do they really?
Yeah, like Windex with vinegar or some shit.
It's like Miracle Grow organic.
But
see that Miracle Grow
They get
organic.
paid $5 for.
But yeah. But Becca, here's a tip for you that I've tried and I do over and over again: is all your citrus peels that you get, just throw in a mason jar and throw like white vinegar over it or whatever you use to clean with, and it draws all the terpenes out. So you'll get, like, for me, usually it's like a lot of limes and shit. So I get that lime smell. So it's not so bad. It's still vinegary, but then but it's still limey. And that stuff that, especially your citrus fruits, those terpenes are really good to help you clean.
Okay.
And so I just mix that half and half.
Yeah, but dragon might not like that smell.
Yeah, I don't
know. That's true.
Probably will like it more than
straight vinegar.
I like mix it just a little bit with water.
I mix it 50-50. So like if I have a mason jar, I just dump it out into a measuring cup and then measure the same amount of water and then put it in a spray bottle and use that to clean shit.
Because limonene is limonene, whatever, such a solvent, it will corrode plastic and petroleum based wares. It's not necessarily recommended to use Mylar or plastic bags or anything like that for, like the Citrique or something, or this Lemon Dozy or something that's high in limonene, because it'll actually corrode through the bag. And, obviously over time, but I mean, I'm sure like there's a reaction, right? That like begins the reaction, so it's already starting to maybe off gas or whatever. A glass, glass is going to be your best bet with any of that limonene and stuff, dude. It is a solvent, that's why that's why Lemon Pledge is Lemon Pledge and then not like Berry Pledge. It's not because it's their favorite flavor. It's because it's a solvent,
Sounds like a nice.
I love berry pledge. If we could get some maybe pine, I'm sure pine is probably equally
scary.
I used to love Pine Sol. Growing up, my mom used it on like the floor and shit.
Yeah,
love that smell.
Yeah. Pine too, pine and lime, and
I like that smell too.
Classically in that like uplifting heady range too.
Yeah, pinene, it's like that fresh. For sure.
So you've been having a lot of lemons and oranges and stuff lately, so you got to save them so we can try it.
Yeah, a bunch of
I
rhymes.
probably will Google it to make sure it's okay for bearded dragons, but I don't see why it wouldn't be.
It's kind of a cool way to use your citrus peels, because after that, then I feel that they've been broken down enough. Because I sometimes leave it. It sometimes takes me a month to fill up that jar, sometimes even more. But it stays fucking. It doesn't. I mean, it won't mold. It won't do anything. And I just wait until I fill up that jar, pour out the vinegar, pour out the peels, and then start a new jar.
I think they're pretty well protected with its acidity.
Yeah, and I don't know if much will fuck with vinegar, man. I think you could have a jug of vinegar sitting on the shelf for fucking years and be fine. If you're just using it to clean.
Hot sauce stays preserved. It doesn't have a bunch of sugar in it.
Pickles. That's how. So like canning and everything, it's a matter of basically killing bacteria. And most of the time, if you're doing a basic boiling, right? If you don't have a pressure canner, you can't get hotter than 212. You basically have to use a brine. You know, you got to use vinegar for the acidity, or if you're using acidic foods like tomatoes, right? You can do you can do a boiling temperature, right? You can do 212. The thing is with tomatoes, you know, when you're canning tomatoes and stuff like that, if you're making a salsa, if you go above a certain percentage of the tomato weight as you know, water weight of something else, you know, peppers, onions, any of that shit, it won't be acidic enough. You may have to actually add a brine or a vinegar or something that you don't want to do to your tomato based salsa, right, that you're canning. Pickles very similarly, you know, you're using vinegar in that sense, and if as long as you keep that ratio of vinegar higher, you don't have to add anything else. You know, you heat that stuff in a boiler, you just boil it. 212 is cool, you know, 10 minutes or whatever, and you're good for years, you know, a good couple years out of that. You kill that bacteria, but the problem is you can't just do it with basic water because bacteria will begin to grow. So how do you can shit that's in water? You have to pressure can. You got to get over 212. You got to can it like 250. So if you have a pressure cooker, you can can anything in water too, you know, and start to preserve it and that stuff. But that's like acidity is so important just for as a food preservative, you know what I mean? So like vinegar is hell, and like what's cool about that is vinegar is so natural. You can basically make vinegar out of your compost if you really wanted to, you know, through fermenting. You know, if you were doing a KNF or some shit like that for your plants, you get your can off one side and you get your vinegars and all that other shit, and basically eventually produce vinegar out of it and alcohol. No, sorry, go ahead.
Do you want to hear a terrible vinegar story?
Oh,
It's with apple cider vinegar, but still similar.
Yes, I do.
I was with friends. We were drinking. My friend handed me a shot. We're like, here, have this shot. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, cool. And I took it. It was apple cider vinegar.
oh, they got you. Oh, it's
I
rough.
almost immediately was throwing up, like
Really?
heaving. It was so bad. Like just because I wasn't expecting it,
Oh,
and then it was
that's
so
true,
bad,
yeah.
and I was drinking, like I had been drinking.
That's true. Yeah.
It was terrible, and it was on my breath the whole night, and I was like, this is
terrible.
I can't drink it. I cannot drink it.
People do that though, for like health reasons. I don't know if it's apple
Yeah.
cider vinegar, but it's some sort of vinegar that they take. That
I think it
find
is.
really
It's apple
dangerous.
cider.
It is.
Cider vinegar and
It's
some
But like
apple
a
garlic.
little bit, right? This was like a full.
Like a shot. I think.
No, like
people
chat's
do
gonna be full
Yeah.
of people calling you a pussy.
That was
Look at Wheatus.
that was me
That's
telling you that story, Painted Lady.
fine, but it was not what I was expecting. So
I know. No, I have friends that do that, and I was like, really? I don't know. I don't
Immune
know.
booster.
Sounds awful.
Yeah. Shot of cider vinegar, chop up a garlic clove or two.
Oh,
Put it in there.
Jesus. Yeah, let's make it
Ooh.
work.
Soak a peppercorn
Make
in
it
there
work.
for the
Yeah,
afternoon.
made.
Yeah, man. Chop a peppercorn in half, soak that sucker in there for the afternoon, and toke that sucker
No,
back.
Red is
Red, you're a wild man.
okay,
Not
maybe
bad.
if I was ready for it, like I'd have to like convince myself, like, okay,
Yeah, you don't
don't
surprise
do
people.
it, like
That
I got this.
Crack an
Yeah.
egg or two,
That-
Red.
But I thought
No,
it was
that's a mind
vodka.
fuck.
Oh my
I-
gosh.
I've had that happen. I ordered an unsweetened iced tea from McDonald's, and they'll give me a sweet tea, dude. And it's just, whoa, blow me
Do
back.
you get a
man.
tea instead of a Coke or vice
Yeah.
versa?
Oh yeah, vice versa.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
I can see where that would be disgusting, Becca, especially after drinking. I'm surprised you kept it down.
I was like, I took it and I was like, that was weird. And then
That was weird.
and
That's
then it
weird
just,
alcohol,
like, I started
guys.
like feeling it, and it was weird.
Oh, it burns too, though. That's the thing. Like, it's not just
I was
it doesn't just taste. Like, yeah, it'll burn. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Aromatic.
hella acidic. You know, and you could, I suppose, depending on like the quality of your gut health or something, you could have digestive issues. You know, I mean, it could cause some heartburns or something like that. You know, if it hits you the wrong way, or if you've already been eating nothing but like potato chips and salsa and stuff like that all day, it's
you
definitely
just been drinking before, and that's it. And been
Yeah.
super dehydrated already.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was years ago, and I've been drink. It was like a party. We were outside. It was with my friends, and
Right.
like, why would you not tell me? Just
was a
ask.
gag.
You gotta wash that one down with another shot.
Yeah, I'm sure.